We want to thank you again for tuning in to our Retirement Education Center YouTube channel, where on our channel, we believe in providing you unbiased advice that would help you maximize all of your retirement income. Now, on our channel, of course, we do not believe in providing you some sort of silver bullet strategy or glorifying any type of one product. But what we do believe in is providing you holistic concept that will help you retire with confidence. Why are you poor? Part 2. Why are you poor? Part 2. Now, I want to remind everyone about this subject matter. This is, of course, not to make anyone feel bad about their current financial situation. We all know, Andrew, that the poor will be with us always, and we should always do everything in our powers if we're fortunate enough to make sure that we help the poor. But I'm not talking about that type of poverty. I'm talking about the intentional poor. The intentional poor. Those are the people that we are talking to today. Those who are trying to get out of this mindset and understand why they are staying poor even though they have resources, Andrea. So what we're going to do today, we thought this topic was so important, we're going to expound on this again and give you a few more things that poor people do versus what wealthy people do. And hopefully we can help someone get out of this mindset of being intentionally poor and start, of course, incrementally climbing the ladder of prosperity. So stay locked in, because you're not going to want to miss this if you are stuck into this ideology of remaining poor. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And we want to thank you for tuning in to our Retirement Education Concepts videos. These videos were created to help to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Absolutely, Andrew, because with so many retirement concepts out there, so many retirement strategies, and of course, so many retirement products, it can become very difficult for consumers to digest it all. That is why we're so fortunate to work with a team of expert advisors to help us build a financial roadmap that will let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goal.
For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Carson, I'm really excited that you decided to do one more lesson on this topic because it was really eye-opening for me.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. Because I hope that more people out there are feeling the exact same way, because I do believe that as a financial advisor, we should do our best to help people holistically understand their financial goals and understand what's really keeping them behind the 8 ball when it comes to their financial situation. And of course, that's why I decided to do just one more video on this topic, because hopefully, the lessons that we're teaching here and some of the things that we're going to be pointing out is going to help someone out there change their mindset who may be struggling with these type of situations. So what we're going to do today, we're going to expound on last week's video on why you are poor. But before we do that, Andrew, there are always 2 rules to retirement income that we like to give people. And what are those 2 rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money. And rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about part 2 of what's keeping you poor.
Well, Carson, something that I know you don't believe in is giving kids like expensive gadgets or toys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is a very important thing to point out, Andrea, of what might be keeping many people poor. We have kids, and of course, like most parents, we want to give our kids, everything that their little hearts desire. But I'm here to tell you that that is not a good strategy, especially long term. I understand that, your kids go to school and they see their kids with certain gadgets, phones, laptops, and Xboxes, whatever it may be. And I understand that it's okay to actually indulge your kids, a bit. But it's so important that your kids understand the value of a dollar. It's so important that they understand that they do not need everything that they want. I repeat that. Your kids do not need everything that they want. And so in teaching them these habits, you're not going to spoil that child. Because here's why this is a detriment that may keep you poor. What you may end up finding out is that you will continue to have to do these types of things for your kids when they're younger, in their teen years, and even their adult years. And that is a mentality that you do not want yourself to actually get into, because it's going to put a strain on your budget. And this is what's going to keep you poor if you continue to try to do this. So the best thing that you will want to do, Andrew, in this situation is make the items that you're going to get your kids something special. Maybe you wait until Christmas, or you wait till that, their birthday, or you wait till they get to sweet 16, or whatever it may be. But just let them know that you're not at the stage where we feel like you're responsible enough to actually, enjoy this particular item. This is what we do. We don't just hand over things to our kids. We let them know this is what we're expecting out of you, maybe in school. We're expecting this out of you in your chores. Teaching them habits that you're having to earn the right to get these things, so that when they grow up, they understand that these things are not just going to be given over to them. Deferred gratification is a very, very important discipline, everyone, that you want to instill in your kids in order, one, to keep them from being poor, and also to keep you from remaining poor as well.
Carson, another thing that keeps people poor is poor health.
Absolutely, Andrew, because we know that we've heard the old cliche that your health is your wealth. But what I always say about old cliches, they're old for a reason, because they carry a lot of weight. Now, I don't know a wealthy person in the world who wouldn't exchange their money for good health. I don't know a person that wouldn't do that. And so it's incumbent upon all of us to make sure that we understand how important our health is. Because, Andrew, no matter how much money we have, having poor health is going to be bad for your financial situation. That is why one of the reasons that, when we're doing financial planning for our clients, Andrew, we're always stressing the importance of having long-term care, the importance of having good health insurance as well. But the main thing is the importance of actually having a good diet. Now, we talked about this, Andrew, in our prior video on the subject of why are you poor, about poor people actually eating junk food, right? This is one of the things you have to understand about your health. What you eat and how you take care of yourself is so important to making sure that you maintain a proper, healthy lifestyle. Getting good sleep, making sure that you're putting into your body the right nutrients that it can keep it functioning for a very, very long time, because we only get one body, right? We only get one. So we must take care of it. And if you take care of your body while you're younger, it's going to take care of you while you're older.
Carson, another pet peeve of yours for keeping people poor is eating out.
Yeah, and I know no one wants to hear this, because it's like this guy is spoiling the good time, but I'm not. We eat out. We enjoy doing things. We're not just sitting at home all the time, looking into our backyard. But here's the thing, many people don't realize how much money they're spending, Andrew, on eating out. That coffee that you're buying every single day, that little lunch run that you're doing every single day. When people start adding this up, because see, we work with a variety of individuals when we're talking about budgeting. And so when people start adding these things up, they realize that they may be spending hundreds and even thousands of dollars every single month just by eating out. So that is one of the things that we are highly encouraging people to look at within their budget, because when you're eating out this much, it's not to say that you can't enjoy these types of things, but we're telling you that maybe you need to do it within moderation. Everything can be enjoyed in moderation, Andrew. Everything. So with that being said, when you're trying to eat out, maybe you're thinking, okay, I'll wait till Saturday night before I go to that nice restaurant, as opposed to eating out on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and of course repeating that again on Monday, and then buying that coffee, of course, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever it is that your track is on buying that Starbucks coffee. Instead of doing that, perhaps instead of buying the Starbucks coffee, you go ahead and get a coffee machine and you make your own coffee at home. These are just little things that will take a huge bite into your budget and allow you to take those dollars and actually start saving them, Andrea. So start evaluating eating out and the little things that you're spending your money on outside of your household. If you can get a grip on this, you will then start walking back some of that poor person's mentality and start now building more wealth for yourself.
Well, Carson, another poor habit that you talked about and that you wanted to highlight was poor banking. So could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. You and I both know firsthand about banking. You know, you worked in banking. I've unfortunately worked in banking, but here's the thing about poor banking that people do not understand that's keeping them poor are the overdraft fees that people are paying.
Right.
Now imagine that, you're going out and you're buying an item, Andrew, that costs you $10, but because you don't have the proper balance in your account, you overdraw that account. The bank ends up charging you $25 for a $10 item. That is an exorbitant interest rate, by the way, that they can legally get away with. What if you do this 10 times a month? What if you do that 10 times a month? You're literally talking about $250 a month or $3,000 a year that you're just giving to the bank just to actually bank, for them to actually hold your money. This is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to being poor, is poor banking. The overdraft fees, the charges for having an account or not maintaining a certain balance. Everyone who's doing this, you have to get a grip in this area of your banking if you want to actually start building wealth. You cannot be paying $10 for an item and then being charged $25 for it. That is going to keep you poor, and wealthy people obviously will never do this. They will never tolerate this without getting a grip on the situation. So if you are doing this, check this off your list as a thing that is keeping you poor and do something about it. Now, what can you do about it? That's a topic, for another day. We can help you understand where you are first. Then you can start making inroads into correcting this matter. But just know that this is one of the biggest items that could possibly be keeping you poor.
And Carson, the last thing that you have that keeps people poor is gambling. Now, this should be obvious.
Now, Andrew, gambling, in my opinion, should be on the top of the list of what might be something that keeps people poor. Of course, that can be people of great means or people of lower means. We all know that Charles Barkley is famous or infamous for his gambling acumen. He's been in some situations to where that has not been the best thing for him, and he has very, very good means. Imagine what gambling can do for someone who does not have that type of financial resource.
Right.
So what we want to make sure that we encourage those of you out there looking at this to understand is that we're not saying not to have fun and that you cannot go to the casino or buy a lottery ticket or bet on a sporting event. Those things can be very innocuous depending on how you do it. We know how exciting it may be, Andrew, to where you go put a dime in a machine and it spills out $50 to you. And if you stop right there, you would have won. But very, very few people do that. Because what happens? Your mind tells you that this must be my lucky day. It is my time. I can't wait to tell everyone how much I've won today. And what you end up doing literally is sitting there trying to continue this trend that is only going to give me money, the something for nothing mentality, and you end up basically giving the casino back that dime and more dimes that you have in your purse. And so in order for you to get a grip on your gambling situation, one, you need to understand what you can gamble. You need to understand what you have in your account that you can literally afford to give away or lose. And so with that being the case, what I would normally do, I don't do a lot of gambling at all. That is not something that I take a lot of pleasure in doing. I don't like giving my money away to some casino just to watch them build another marble floor somewhere. Whatever I'm contributing to, I don't know. Very little, I would add, very little that I'm contributing to it. But nevertheless, I don't like gambling a whole lot because I really do understand the odds of winning. But yes, people do win, and it gives the illusion to many people out there that they're next in line. But that's just not going to be the case. So in order to make sure that you don't get poor by having some gambling habit, make sure you understand what you can gamble, what is going to be in that budget. And two, take only an amount into that casino that you can and are willing to lose. Maybe it's $20, maybe it's $100. I don't know what your acumen may be as far as financially, but you know where you should be and what you can afford to lose. Take that amount, and once you have lost it, get up and leave. Don't look back. Don't turn into the pillar of salt. Just keep walking to your hotel room and live to see another day. So everyone, gambling, I left it for last, but it could easily have been first, Andrew. Gambling is one of the things that you want to make sure that you have a clear grip on in order to make sure it doesn't keep you poor.
Carson, I want to thank you for your insight on that topic, and we'd also like to thank you for watching. And if you felt that this information was beneficial for you, please like this video and share it with others.
So I really hope that the information that we share with you today will help put you in the mindset of how to build prosperity and get you out of the mindset of being poor. Please remember that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for a fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in the description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.
For more information about this topic or any of the other topics that we've shared in our other videos, please feel free to reach out to our office or leave any questions or comments in the section below. After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.